Welcome everyone to Noche MPBL. A Latin theme is the backdrop to tonight's festivities. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Mark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. On the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. We've got the Seattle Supersonics and the Chicago Bulls. Tip-off goes to Seattle. Now let's take a look at the Sonics opening lineup. We've got James Posey. Warning is out there with Ewing. It's Andre Miller. And it's Hudson in at the shooting guard. Mourning can't make it work. And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
You know, that's just simply outstanding focus. Butler is used to getting hit on the way up, expects to be bumped and jostled around, and still muscles his shots in.
Bulls shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
That free throw good from Butler. Here's Miller. There's the pass to Ewing. Double team on Ewing. Here's Miller. They shoot again. Can't get the layup. Warning against Pippen. Outside Harper. Back to Pippen. Here's Gilmore. Covered by Miller. And the layup's good off the glass.
And when he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Butler against Hudson. Pass to Ewing. Miller outside. The Sonics again can't hit.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
Pippen, the pass to Walsh. Misses the layup.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Hudson kicks to Miller. Pass to Ewing. Pocket 6 over Wallace. It's Ewing that time in the assist by Miller.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
That's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Seattle. About 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Passes it to Harper. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On the mark with the 15-footer.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Miller surveying the floor. He kicks it to Irving. Butler with the steal. And here we go. It's Butler. And he lays it up and in. Butler's got 5 points so far.
Blazing speed on display from Butler. Superb at finding a way to get behind the defense in transition and taking what he gets.
Irving from long range. No good on that one. And the Bulls going the other way now. Releases. And that one goes long.
You know, the fact is, he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Ball is trying to break free. Pippen, no luck. Sonics trail by 7. Irving passes to Miller. Posey with it. The pass to Ewing. Shot clock at 6. Pulls it from the elbow. And it's sent back by Wallace.
And this is why Wallace is an elite level defender. Has a great sense of timing for when to rise up and contest shots.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Richardson is checked in for Harper. And a change for the Sonics. Hayward's checked in. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first. 6 on the shot clock. Richardson, no luck.
Man, I can't believe he blew that gimme, guys. Well, I know he's frustrated about that.
That bucket in no time at all.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that roof.
And you know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Richardson kicks to Wallace. Richardson outside. Here's Pippen, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Yeah, Pippen using those long arms inside to get shots off. Feels like no one can guard him down low.
Miller outside. Right wing. Hayward against Pippen. Hayward passes to Mourning. And it's Seattle with another.
And, you know, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
And that does it for the first quarter. Bulls lead by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. Guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Here's Richardson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So the Bulls 5 right now. Havlicek is out there with Richardson. Then there's Whiteside. Then it's Williams. And it's Pippen in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Havlicek. Shot clock at 3 and out of bounds as the Sonics gain possession.
You know, that's just sloppy basketball, giving away a possession. No real reason for that turnover.
And it's Irving with the ball for Seattle, trailing by 5. Fires from 18, and he hits the jump shot. Irving's got his first points in this one.
And the mid-range shot of Irving is impressive. He has wonderful form with that shot.
Havlicek outside. Back to Richardson. 5 to shoot. The tray. Nailed from three-point land.
Oh, I tell you what, when Richardson is making these shots, it really opens up the floor.
Irving passes to Hayes. Kicks it to Hudson. Here's Hayward. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Havlicek outside. Yep, that one goes in there.
Hey guys, Havlicek in a nutshell. Just constant motion, unparalleled stamina. This guy will wear you out.
Irving against Richardson. Irving looking for an opening. Hayward dishes to Allen. And Whiteside sends it back.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
Richardson, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Williams. Richardson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Bulls. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Boy, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And the other thing that's been equally as effective is the fact that they've gotten out on the fast break. A lot of points coming in transition.
Chicago leading by 8. Havlicek outside. Goes back up. And another shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in Miami where they'll take on the Heat. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Boston Celtics.
You know, guys, you've got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
Miller, the pass to Abdul Rahim. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. Trains it from beyond the arc. Hudson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Harper kicks to Butler. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
Great at knowing when to time and go up for the rejection. Ewing, a superb defender.
Richardson with it, and it's Miller picking him up. Harper's shot is good.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Miller, the pass to Hayes. Here's Abdul Rahim, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Jimmy Butler.
And Abdul Rahim is a talented big man. I mean, a volume shooter who has no problem carrying the load on offense.
And he knocks down the first one. Bulls making a switch here. Wallace is checked in. Warning's checked in for Seattle.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Harper kicks to Butler. From 13, it's hauled in by the Sonics. Ewing's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Hudson. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first half. And once again off the mark by Seattle. Chicago leading by 7. Here's Richardson. Pass to Butler. He dishes it to Harper. Back to Butler. It's deflected, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. One second left. And so it's the Chicago Bulls heading to the bench with a 7th.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this. Chicago was looking great right away. They showed tremendous effort and drove the action early, starting off with a 9-2 run. Once they got on the scoreboard, they were... And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Here's Harper. On the court right now for the Sonics. James Posey out there with Ewing. Then there's Hudson. Then there's Mourning. And it's Miller in at the point guard position. Back to Pippen. Shot clock at 5. And it's Mourning with the rebound. Sonics trail by 7. Here's Hudson. Fires from 14. It's hauled in by Pippen.
For the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
Here's Butler. And Mourning sends it back.
How about the reach of Mourning? Very impressive and very long, too. An elite shot blocker. Does a good job timing his jump.
The feed now to Ewing. Over Wallace. And out of bounds in Chicago gains possession. Irving checked in for Andre Miller. And a minute played as the second half gets going. The Bulls leading by 7. And here's Pippen. Outside Butler. 6 to shoot. And Ewing with the block. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Williams, he's checked in for the Bulls. So it's Chicago now. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
Ugly start. Second half, they've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Posey dishes to Hudson. Some solid defense from Butler.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
And it's in there. Hudson's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Sonics.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Harper the pass to Butler. And it's Seattle with the rebound.
And it's just one of those days, guys. He has just struggled to shoot the basketball.
And Posey kicks to Irving. Passes it to Ewing. And it's sent back by Wallace. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Butler can't get that one to fall.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too. No idea what. I mean, that's a shot he makes off.
Chicago calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows that they're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Whiteside's checked in for Wallace. And it's Richardson in for Butler. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Here's Pippen. Kicks it out to Richardson. Second chance effort. And no good. Seattle goes the other way with it.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch. The game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Say this about Richardson. He is a fearless player. There isn't an opponent who doesn't think he can dominate or a situation he can't take charge of. There is no back down in Michael Ray.
He misses the free throw. The Supersonics making a switch here. Miller's checked in. Good on the second free throw. 1:14 left to play in the third. For the tie, and it's blocked by Whiteside. Hayward against Pippen. Over Hayward. Pippen misses.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the deep.
Miller kicks to Hayes. Tipped away. Hayward against Pippen. 5 on the clock. For the lead. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 6th rebound on the night. And that one's good by Pippen. Pippen's got his second bucket.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Miller. Rebound by Williams.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
He gets that one. Harper's got 6 points.
And I enjoy watching Harper as he fends off the contact. Awesome at just finding those little cracks in the defense and exploiting them.
Here's Pippen. Off target with that shot. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's Chicago leading by 6. And fourth quarter basketball become. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there for him.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. They've got Richardson. He's out there with Harper. Whiteside is out there with Pippen. And it's Gilmore in at the 4-man position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Richardson against Miller. Now the dish to Hudson. Jacks up a 3. Hits it from 3-point range.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Outside Pippen. Over Hayes. On the money from 12 feet away. And the Bulls lead by 5. Now Miller. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Hudson the pass to Miller. Here's Hayward. Buries it down low.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
The Bulls leading by 3. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Chicago making some changes. Wallace comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And it's Butler in for Harper. Patrick Ewing's checked in for the Sonics. Posey comes in for Gordon Hayward. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during the timeout, I listened in on Jim Boylan's huddle. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Evan?
Okay, David, thanks. Now the pass to Butler. Down the split back J.
I mean, the mid-range jumper of Butler is impressive as he continues to get better from here.
Pass to Ewing over Wallace. Ewing misses.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing wrong.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here. seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision excellent.
Miller against Richardson. That's the post. Here's Ewing. Unable to get that one. Nice defense from Hall. The Bulls leading by 5. Here's Butler. Lonzo Mourning grabs the miss. Mourning's got 6 rebounds in the game. With his first shot attempt, and right through it goes. Richardson with it. 3rd minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Outside Butler. Over Hudson. It's Butler that time on the assist by Richardson. Richardson's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Hudson. Fires from 18. That one off the back iron and out. And here are the Bulls now. They've led by as much as 10. And Ewing with the block. And it's Miller in the corner. And another 3 for Seattle. Chicago calls timeout. They're up by 2. 1:30 left in the game. Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Hassan Whiteside.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean to his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
Harper, he's checked in for Richardson. Here's Pippen. And draws the foul. Chance for another point at the free throw line. That one on post.
Way to punch it, Scottie Pippen. The athleticism, impressive.
In a moment now, we'll look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from.
For mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been good.
6 on the shot clock. Here's Posey. That shot off, and it's Chicago the other way. Outside Harper. Here's Pippen, and the Bulls kick on 2 more.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's proof.
Time called here. The Sonics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. 44 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Here's Miller. Shoots over Harper. Here's Mourning. It counts. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
And Mourning's just a beast on the glass, using that muscular frame to get into prime position there on the board.
There's 25 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on post.
Pippen, simply put, one of the best small forwards of all time. A defensive powerhouse and a fearless scorer. And no mistakes there. Good free throws will give them just a little bit more cushion.
Time called here. The Sonics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. There's 21 seconds left in the 4th. For 3, Hayward. Havlicek with the rebound. And so it's A terrific look at the city of Memphis, Tennessee, on the banks of the majestic Mississippi River. Welcome, fans. Thanks for joining us for this Friday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined by Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan. And we've got a moment to look at the rebounding trend over the last few months for him.
And the last few months...
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Sixers coach Brett Brown.
He's done a terrific job. Thanks, David. And tonight's game may be won or lost on that front line, Smitty. What makes for an effective front court tandem, do you think?
I think, first of all, if that tandem can switch on pick and rolls, that tandem can shoot the basketball and also make plays somewhat like a guard. But the biggest thing is if they can rebound and able to guard smaller guys, this will make them good.
Interesting. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Tracy McGrady is out there with Derrick Rose. Then there's Shaquille O'Neal. Then there's Kevin Love. And it's Van Arsdale in at the 3. And for Memphis, Wilkins is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Hardaway. Then it's Johnson. And it's Sabonis in at the 5 down low. Towns got him with the pump fake. Savvy move right there. Towns has got the first points of the night for the Grizzlies. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
And really brought an impressive physicality to that matchup, drawing a ton of fouls, and of course, went on to win.
They forced the issue and made the defense hack them to death last game. I'm sure they'll try to mirror that same attack in this one.
Johnson, the pass to Hardaway. Just 5 to shoot. Here's the floater. Sabonis. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
Free throw good. Sabonis. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one.